Have you ever felt this? You want something big, not just small success, real success. You picture yourself winning. You imagine a life that feels lighter, better, brighter. But when it's time to actually start, you hesitate, you scroll, you wait, you whisper, I'll start tomorrow. If you've ever felt stuck between big dreams and zero action, this story is for you. And honestly, it might change the way you see your life. Once, in a quiet town on the edge of a wide desert, lived a young man named Ethan. Ethan was 24, strong, smart, full of ideas. He would often sit with his friends at a small roadside cafe and say, one day, I'm going to build something huge, a business so big, people will come from different cities just to learn from me. I'll be successful. I'll be respected. I'll live the life everyone dreams about. People listened. They believed him because Ethan didn't sound like a dreamer. He sounded like someone who could actually do it. But there was one problem. Ethan never started. Every morning, the town woke up early. Shops opened. Workers moved. Hustle filled the streets. But Ethan, he stayed in bed. When others were working, he was planning. When others were building, he was imagining. When others were struggling, he was saying, I'll begin tomorrow. He loved the idea of success, but he avoided the effort it required. Days turned into weeks. Weeks quietly turned into months, and nothing changed. One evening, an old man named Mr. Harris, a retired businessman known for his wisdom, sat next to Ethan at the cafe. He had been watching him for a long time. He looked at Ethan and said, you talk about building something big, but I see no foundation. Why is that? Ethan smiled confidently. Don't worry, sir. I've got a plan. I'll start tomorrow. Everything will change soon. The old man nodded slowly. He had heard that tomorrow before. So instead of arguing, he reached into his coat pocket and pulled out two small objects, 2 coins. He placed them on the table. This, he said, pointing to the first coin, is the action coin. Every day you choose this, you do something, even if it's small. Over time, it builds something real. Then he pointed to the second coin, and this is the delay coin. Every time you choose this, you wait, you postpone, you tell yourself later. It feels easy, but it quietly destroys your future. Ethan leaned forward, curious. Mr. Harris looked him straight in the eyes and said, you don't need more ideas. You don't need a better plan. You just need to choose which coin you'll use tomorrow. He stood up and walked away. Ethan picked up both coins. They looked simple, but somehow they didn't feel simple at all. That night, for the first time, Ethan couldn't sleep easily because deep down, he knew the truth. His future wasn't waiting for the perfect moment. It was waiting for a decision. The next morning, the sun rose again, just like always. But this time, Ethan didn't stay in bed. He sat up, looked at the 2 coins in his hand, and for the first time in his life, he had to choose.